Jialiang's bodies, if the source is purged, and the poison within Jiao. Oh no.
Indeed. If the god remains here. I wonder. Oh, how I would love to hear.
Surely he has. Who's talking behind our backs again? Ah! Baizhu!
Of course.
Jialiang seemed fine yesterday.
I made an, and as a result, his.
What? You mean.
Yes. But more pertinent.
Surely he has. Who's talking behind our backs again? Ah! Baizhu!
Of course.
Jialiang seemed fine yesterday.
I made an, and as a result, his.
What? You mean.
Yes. But more pertinent.
Said his dad has been getting worse.
God remains are extremely dangerous to be around. Because humans have no natural. The situation is just as that Adeptus described. In an effort to save
I never suspected that even Zhang Li would turn to this to sacrifice one's own life to save others. To go be.
Well, I think that it's too early. In any case, I have stabilized Jialiang's condition for now. Her regular exposure to God remains, and given that she's already been missing for several days.
It's me, Traveler, Dr. Baizhu.
Ah! It's Jialiang!
Dr. Baizhu, please let me come with. You've already done so much for my family. After all, if it wasn't for me, she wouldn't have had to put her. I'm sure I'll be able to remember. I know there's a spot where she says goodbye to me.
Be careful. If you get too agitated, your blood.
No! We're out of time! Before I forget everything again.
This trip will be extremely dangerous.
I never expected to live this. There's only one thing I fear now, and that's that I'll forget.
Very well. Then follow me.
Dr. Baizhu? Are you heading out again?
Yes. This could be a long one. Please add an extra measure of mistgrass pollen and 1 dose each.
Doc.
Hop to it now. And remember to be careful with.
Okay.
It's just like the day I went missing.
The Motherlode's influence is growing stronger. Jialiang, can you sense which direction?
I think it's this way. Yes, I'm sure of it. I feel a dull ache in my heart. This must be the way. This place feels familiar. I think I've been here before.
There is an
I think I remember this place.
Xiaoliang, are you okay?
No,
This place. The digging marks here appear amateur. A thieves' tunnel? Paimon had.
Judging by the tools they left behind. But why did they abandon this place?
I remember now. But she said that the method would cause...
Easy, Jialiang. Come on.
Hold the line! The doctor was seeing.
Mind the side effects.
Dissipate! The doctor was seeing. Whoa, there's a sensor here. Those treasure hoarders sure made themselves at home.
I believe this sensor was used to burn a monster-repelling...
A monster repelling incense?
The incense was burned several days ago. If I had to guess, no doubt an encounter with the very same entity was after them. Jiang...
That's right. This sensor... where...
Xiaoliang!
I'm fine. Let's keep going. I can... I can feel it. We're getting close. We're almost there. It's right up ahead. The place where we made a pact together to...
Aha! We can keep going now!
From the looks of it, the energy released by this mechanism can not only clear barriers, but also be conducted by corresponding mechanisms. Perhaps it's something we can make use of.
Get with me! Sharing my knowledge!
Taking a turn for the better. Mind the side effects.
The doctor was seeing. Allow me!
Mind the side effects.
Zhongli!
Look out! There's a monster next to her!
The god remains must have lured them here. Watch my back.
Dr. Baizhu, how serious is it?
I can still feel a pulse, but her condition is quite... The god remains here are encroaching on her cognition. Much as if we don't eliminate it soon, then even if we save...
Then what are we waiting for? It's not as simple as that. The poison within Jialiang's body is if the source is purged, and the poison within Jiao... Oh no.
Indeed. If the god remains here...
I wondered when this day might come.
Wait! But we've all been working our butt, Baizhu. You're a great doctor, surely...
You could continue to take the poison, which would buy you some time.
It appears to me that she was striving to concoct your medicine for you.
Dr. Baizhu, give it to me straight.
The god remains have reached her internal organs. Under ordinary circumstances...
But Dr. Baizhu, I'm all too aware of the dangers. If I continue to sustain fusing this wretched substance, I know for a fact that I should have died over a decade ago. The fact that I've been if my choice can bring Zhongli back.
Jialiang.
After cheating death for so long, it... Traveler.
Of course.
Thank you, everyone. And I'm sorry.
Jialiang.
I am sure that over this, Zhongli will have tried all the...
Mortals are fated to grow old and pass on when their natural lives... What a crazy situation! Zhongli risked it all to save Jialiang's life, and now Jialiang...
I've seen many final farewells in my time.
In the human realm, all things must come to at least...
The path they chose was indeed a heroic one. But when I think of I cannot help but think that theirs are the lives...
When all this began, we agreed that once Ayu was old enough to help you gather her... If you could only see him now. So, I've said my goodbyes. My time...
As you wish.
It will eat away at both your cognition and your memories. In the end, you'll become...
I'll take it.
Mom, something's really wrong with... Don't fret, Ayu.
Why would these memories come to mind now? The longer we live... Oh, how I would love to hear...
Jialiang! 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 Dad, are you awake?
Zhongli, didn't I... Huh? What are these?
How does it feel to come back to life?
Do you feel strange or different in any way?
Dr. Baizhu,
Die? You did...
I'm a zombie?
That's right. Before we set off, I asked Chi-Chi to prepare an elixir of immortality. Of course, this is but a crude imitation of an adeptus art. Whether it will keep you alive for a few days, a few months, but however long you have left, I believe it should be more than sufficient time for you to say your final goodbyes before departing the...
An elixir of immortality? How'd you cook that up? Ugh. Leave it to you to work on...
...work in progress that hardly lives up to its name. And it would have had no effect... In the end, I am merely a doctor. I understand very little. All I know is that if I'm presented with stuff that deserves to, and even this would have counted for nothing without Director Who's assistance.
Oops. And
Without Director Who nudging things in the right direction, we may not have found Jiangli.
No wonder he didn't mention the elixir back then.
Director Who told me to keep her suggestion a secret, but it seems nothing is...
All I wanted was to help Jialiang find his missing wife as soon as possible. Leave it to Boo Boo Pharmacy to snatch the perfect opportunity right out of my hands. One Chi-Chi was enough of a conundrum. The last thing I need's another one. If I'd known this was...
You stay away from my dad! When I grow up, I'm gonna become an even better...
Oh, is that right? Well, you wouldn't be the first person. Traveler, Paimon, I'll catch you all another...
Is she finally... All's well that ends well. If you ask Paimon, we should probably do something to at times like this.
It feels like it was a whole lifetime ago when I last talked with...
Yay! Paimon can't wait! Alright, first things first, off to the market...
Wait up! I'll come too!
Baizhu, thank you so...
Don't mention it, Jiangli. I was
Just your duty, huh? Baizhu...
Now that you are part... First, don't...
Time flies. It's been so long since we bade each other farewell in Chenyu Vale. Changshang, you're the same as ever. You haven't changed one bit.
You, on the other hand, have changed a lot.
You're right. My younger self would have never imagined that things would one day turn out this way. Or that turn out this way, Baizhu. I've taken a look at your elixir of immortality.
I have to say, Jiangli, it was a stroke of genius to...
No, not at all. With your intellect, but I'm still impressed by how quickly you... Not just that. You, Baizhu, be honest with me.
Huh. Told you.
Life force isn't the only thing that Changshang's contract let...
Nothing gets past you, Jiangli. You are correct. Besides life force, Changsheng's secret art also allows for the When I treated Jialiang for the second time, I transferred some of the poison from... There is no need to worry about any long-term consequences.
But you took such a huge risk. If we... What am I... The reason I left our master and went into hiding all those years ago... But in the end, how were my methods any different? I risked one life to save... Are all of Chenyu Vale destined to turn out this way? To live a...
We are doctors, Jiangli. We ought never...
Baizhu, I can tell that, over the years, you've used the contract with... Can you still stop before it's too...
I think you know the answer, Jiangli.
Hey, food's ready!
Mom, come and join us! The Traveler taught me a load of new recipes.
Yes, darling. Mom will be there in just a second. Baizhu, I know I won't be able to convince Chi-Chi, Gui, and all...
There's no need to worry, Jiangli.
I can only hope so.
Baizhu, what did Jiang Li mean by not... Every single mortal I've ever contracted with. Wait, that doesn't make any sense.
It is a very long story.
Long ago, when plagues ravaged the land, one doctor made a pledge to rid the world of pain and suffering. But even the most ingenious Morrison could not stay the tide of disease, and after working tirelessly for many years, even his dearest loved ones fell sick and bade their final farewell. Legends told of an herb lord in Chenyu Vale who could cure any illness known to mankind. The doctor sought the herb lord, but found only a white snake, its breathing weak and its power all but spent.
Sign this contract and let our lives be joined. Then I will impart to you the secret art of healing. But be warned, this art will harm your own health.
With means beyond human ken, the doctor could now reverse the process of death. And yet, the time still came to say goodbye. Only now, the one departing was the doctor, his life force spent. His final act in life was to pass on the contract to his final patient, his favorite disciple, and reverse the process of death. And yet, the time still came to say goodbye. Only now, the one departing was the doctor, his life force spent. Since I inherited this contract, I've always respected the path taken by my predecessors and followed it myself unquestioningly. That is until I tried to use the art to save my own disciple's beloved. She begged me not to use up my own life force. She said that this art is a poison chalice, an evil and unnatural practice. She did not wish to sacrifice one life for the sake of another, when both were lives she treasured. Only then did it occur to me, did I not suffer when my master passed away, just as patients' families do at their loved one's deathbed? Are not the lives cut short by this contract just as worthy of saving as any patients? What is this contract to us? Medicine or poison? Alas, I no longer have enough time left to find the answer. I entrust to your care both Changsheng and this final question. May you find a remedy for this conundrum, which has ailed us so.
Time and again, no matter how much I try to warn them or balance their chi, I can never save them. And you? What's your answer?
If I abandoned the contract and left you without a host, what would happen?
I suppose I'd spend my final moments taking a nice nap on Mount Yaojun. Then I'd be reunited with my old friends and your predecessors.
Then it's decided. If there's a life in front of me that deserves to be saved, why shouldn't I do everything within my power to save it?
Once again, it's the same answer. So be it. Close your eyes. Who knows how many more people will take on this contract?
None. This contract will end with me.
My contract has strict requirements on the host's net.
But when one with an altruistic nature gains access, though they know better than anyone else the fate that awaits them, when they are like moths that throw themselves into the flame, seeking
So, Baizhu.
I suppose that would make me a... Changsheng's art can transfer pain and suffering between people, but it cannot reduce the total amount of pain. I have nothing but the utmost respect for my predecessors, who sacrificed...
Huh? But didn't...
What makes a poison, poison? And what makes it... If disease is defined as deviation from normal functioning, then who knows? Many may view the notion of searching for immortality in poisons and illnesses as a flagrant violation of the natural order. I don't want those who come after me to lose their lives to this contract. Nor do I wish for Changsheng to perish precisely. I will be Changsheng's final.
Even the gods old struggle to achieve true immortality. First, you want to save.
But isn't for a selfish moth like me, who's afraid of the flame yet yearns for the light?
Dr. Baizhu, Traveler, what are you still chatting about?
We also have coconut. Okay, fine. Let's go grab some food. Paimon has a bunch of burning questions, but they can. I do envy Paimon sometimes.
True. And yet, although we call them simple pleasures, are such things as these not precisely